Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of my Storm fans out there. It's me, your captain speaking. If you give me just a few minutes, you and I are going to take a trip down stormy waters and we're going to be singing the songs of creation all the way down. I'll be right back. Hello and welcome, everybody. This is your Thursday night entertainment for the evening, and we're going to be playing some pretty cool tech for the Storm archetype. Hello, Aaron, I see you there, and Alex, it is Song of Creation Storm. That is correct, yes. So I am going to be playing a list that actually recently finished quite well. You know what? I actually think that I did not complete my thought. But that's fine. I will finish typing it out later. I was just editing the video description and I'll have to go back and change that. Caleb, you are here on time. That's fantastic. It's good to see you in chat. So what is this going to be doing? Well, we are going to be playing the typically cost-prohibitive Song of Creation. This is a 4-mana enchantment, 1 green, 1 blue, and 1 red, so Temur and 1 for an enchantment. I can play an additional land on each of my turns. Whenever I cast a spell, draw 2 cards, and at the beginning of my end step, discard my hand. So this is a fantastic Storm enabler. I can cast a 0-drop, draw 2 more zeros, play a land that maybe I drew, and then keep that chain going. This is a really excellent way to churn through a deck all rolled up into one enchantment. This is not life dependent or anything like that. You just want to have spells that you can cast, typically cheap ones. What is prohibitive about this is its mana cost. 3 pips. Temur is a tough one, especially when typically combo colors are black and red in Legacy. So what are we going to do about this? Well, we're actually only playing one Song of Creation. We're using Beseech the Mirror, everybody's favorite new hot tech from the Wilds of Eldraine, to actually tutor it up. So we're playing 5 copies of Song of Creation. We have Beseech the Mirror into Song of Creation, circumventing that prohibitive casting cost. We also have Gaia's Will, right? This is a really nice build your own Yawgmoth's Will. We've got a bunch of zeros, some fantastic rituals to power this Beseech out, and some artifact lands. I'm pretty excited about this. We can protect with Pact of Negation, Veil of Summer in here to deal with the card draw aspect if we are facing something like Orcish Bowmasters. I'm looking forward to this. I'm already queued up for a league, so let's just dive right on in. And as you're doing this, let me tell you about the deck list that you can find in the video description, incomplete though it may be for now. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's already done. It's updated and you're great to go. So in the video description, you can check out our Moxfield link. Let me tell you a little bit about them while we wait for our first opponent.
Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks.
And we are, in fact, already rolled up. As soon as I clicked that ad, we got paired into a league. This hand could potentially be good. I've got Mistress Bauble to redraw, Thoughtseize for disruption. I'm missing action, right? I'm missing a Beseech. I'm missing something to go along with this fairly explosive mana hand. I don't know what keepable hands look like in this deck, right? This is a little bit of a different brand of Storm than I'm used to, but I think that we can make this work. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. We're on the draw, so we still get to, figure out what our draw step is going to be before making a decision, whether to Thoughtseize, whether to not. What are we going to do? Ah, the Mishra's Bauble Mirror. Okay. Underground Sea, Ponder. Okay. This could be a combo deck. This could be Delver deck. I don't think that Delver has been playing Mishra's Bauble and Underground Sea recently. Oh, they saw the guy as well. Well, they know what we're doing. That's for sure. Okay, so Gaia's Will in hand is not at its best, but you know what I can do? I can suspend this. I'm not going to right away. I think that I want to Thoughtseize my opponent first. And then see what's happening. So let's Thoughtseize them. I would pay for a daze if they daze this. Okay, it is Grixis Delver. Wow. I was a little surprised by that, if I'm going to be honest. Typically, Grixis Delver players have been moving into Rug Delver or playing straight up Dimir Scam. But that doesn't seem to be the case here. Okay. So, hey, the jerk, how's it going? Good evening indeed. I'm going to take the Force of Will. They don't have red mana for this Dragon's Rage Channeler. Obviously, they have a Ponder. They chose not to shuffle their library. Maybe they have red mana. But, yeah, I'm going to take the Force of Will. And I guess I should have bobbled them before my Thoughtseize, right? Get as much information as possible. But that's Sauron's ransom. I don't think that would have changed my decisions. And wow, we just drew the Beseech. Okay. So this is something that I need to play around days only. So that's not bad. Another Beseech. That can probably go under the Chrome Mox to kind of kick this all off. Yeah. Let's start there. The Gaea's Will was a fairly unfortunate draw. We were only playing one, but that is not necessarily the only thing that we're getting with Beseech, right? I wonder if I should imprint the Gaea's Will. I like an Orcish Bowmasters. And the Gaea's Will allow me the green mana to potentially... You know, I realize I don't actually have a spell to cast after this. That's okay, though, I think. Because I can do that with the Cabal Ritual next. So in that case, I want the 2 mana up so that I can Cabal Ritual, so I will sack the... I'll bargain the Mox Opal away. I'm going to bargain this Beseech the Mirror. Let's see where that gets me. And Song of Creation is the pick here. And I will cast it. This is still playing around days. Now they could daze here. That doesn't really do all that much. This is probably the Orcish Bowmasters. Yes, that's fine. So... Oh yeah, I forgot the discard my hand clause on Song of Creation. Read the card, explain the card. So... I think that's okay. Drawing this Gaea's Will is pretty tough. I would have preferred to Gaea's Will on my turn instead. Alas, I cannot do that. So I'm going to discard my hand. And our opponent untaps with 1 unknown card in their hand. They've got a Daze, a Ponder. They cast the Ponder. Those are the castable cards in their hand so far. And they chose to shuffle. Okay. They're going to attack us for 2. And we draw a castable card. It is a castable card. Okay, so this is cast a card. I draw 2 cards. So what I'm going to do, even though this is likely to get dazed, I can Cabal Ritual, and they can daze this, but I'm still going to draw 2. Ben, you are correct. I could have done that. So now I'm actually going to be drawing a bunch of cards in this Orc army, growing by the second. Maybe making goblins was going to be better. We still can, potentially, depending on what happens. Okay, this Dark Ritual is good. That Daze is out of their hand. Goffman, I think this is pretty cool. That's for sure. We can always Veil, yes. So that's kind of the goal here. I'm going to be taking 2 off this Dark Ritual, 2 off the Wishclaw Talisman. Oh, never mind. I just drew a Veil. Yes, platinum sticks. If the mirror starts singing, a priest should be called. Okay, they're gonna daze me. That's okay. I can make a land drop and veil, which then turns off the Orcish Bowmasters. I actually can make 2 land drops for what it's worth. So I'm going to take 2 here because the draws happen before the Bowmasters. And then I should be good to go. Okay, now I can just auto yield to this Bowmaster. But, let's see. Vault of Whispers, Lion's Eye Diamond. Wait, I'm gonna hold control. Okay, I think I got that. Hold on, my cat is in the way. So what I'm gonna do is I don't have 2 mana to Cabal Ritual right now. I am going to Pact of Negation my Lion's Eye Diamond. Yeah, Travis, you got it. Draw 2. Okay. Still haven't drawn an additional mana. Now I can pact my own Pact of Negation. Okay, so yeah, I could have popped LED. That's, you know what, Travis, I was not thinking that clearly. I can still Thoughtseize myself to draw a couple of cards. Yeah, Travis, the cracking the Lion's Eye Diamond was good. I was too caught up on needing Cabal Ritual there. Okay, well, this Thoughtseize needs to be particularly good. I can't Thoughtseize myself because I'm protected. No, I can't Thoughtseize myself. So that was pretty okay. That's not bad at all. Okay, so now I've got several more draws. Tendrils, I'm rolled up as soon as this Mox Opal gets 1 more mana. It didn't. Okay. So what I can do is you know what, Travis? You know, we were just talking about the holding priority as I cast a bunch of these spells, and I could have just made the mana, but I guess it wasn't going to work anyway. So I can do that now if I need to. So it's going to be hold control, Thoughtseize my opponent with the black, and then I'm going to crack for black, crack for red, and then that's it. I'm gonna wait. I drew. Oh my gosh, I was auto yielding to the draws. I was holding control, but I forgot that I was auto yielding. We did use our land drop. I'm gonna concede. This is a shame. Concede. That's really my bad. Okay, this is the problem with auto-yielding. I was hoping to, just like Travis was saying, I'm going to hold priority with the Thoughtseize, crack my Lion's Eye Diamonds, and then draw 2 cards. However, I auto-yielded to the Song of Creation draws to speed up time, and instead I drew cards and then discarded my hand. That was a little unfortunate. That was really just my bad. Okay, well, let's tighten up for game 2. Yeah, it has been a little while since I played with Song of Creation, so let's see. Veil of Summers seem good to me, and so do Beseech's. I think that I can get rid of potentially the Pact of Negations and a Cabal Ritual. Hi Newton, how are you doing? So, okay. I don't think that I want Duress or Dismember, Mindbreak, Trap, Echoing Truth, Chain of Vapor, Pact of Negation. No. Well, maybe, I don't know. Is Pact okay? This is a weird in-between with sideboarding with like Pact of Negation, like Oops All spells, or Storm. So this is an interesting juxtaposition, and I think that I want the packs for graveyard hate, things like Endurance when I'm going for Gaia's Will. I'm not expecting that here, so I'm pretty okay with this. Pact of Negations out, shave a Cabal Ritual, in Beseech and a Veil. So I will have the Epic Storm version 15.0 on the poll next week. And then if y'all want that to be seen and played, then you can vote for it. Just like you voted for Song of Creation Storm. We are going to play. Free spells do seem okay. Pact is a bit awkward with LEDs. Kind of. LED has decreased in its necessity to go off because Beseech doesn't require a Lion's Eye Diamond. I'm going to mulligan this. I am going to keep this. Yeah, that Asmo deck. I think that it was the one that did the most poorly this time. So unfortunately, I think that it's on the chopping block, and maybe we'll see it around next time. Okay, I'm going to keep this. I'm going to put the Chrome Mox back. I think I'm going to play the Wishclaw Talisman out. Yeah, cutting an LED is pretty spicy, honestly, but it might be the way to go. Oh, I can and will. As soon as somebody votes for the Asmo Welder deck, okay. It will, I know how to say the whole word, the whole name. Playing with the Underworld cookbook and everything like that, it will be said in whole every single time. But y'all gotta vote to see that kind of quality entertainment. I'm not gonna hand that out for free. Okay, land was not bad after getting wastelanded. Ben, you know that I'm not gonna say that unless I'm playing the deck. Oh, another wasteland. Okay. Lion's Eye Diamond. Yeah, Bug Saga, not bad. I'm gonna leave this Lion's Eye Diamond in my hand. I don't need to go off right now. They're not threatening me, and I don't expect Thoughtseize. So I'm gonna keep this going. I could expect something like Meltdown, right? And I'm not gonna go off unless I am protected with a Veil of Summer. Okay, that's pretty neat. I'm going to cast this, imprinting this Cabal Ritual. That way, if I am not going off, if this doesn't resolve, or if I see a handful of a lot of interaction. Okay, so this is not the end of the world, and I'll tell you about that in just a second. But let's see what this Thoughtseize shows us. Force of Will, Pyroblast. Okay, so I'm going to take the Force of Will, and I am going to Echo here. We can draw into one of our 3 Veils, and with the Bowmaster's triggers on the stack, we can Veil to protect. The other thing is that this is not going to actually kill us straight up, so we don't actually need to Veil to protect us. The only thing you found with the bugs saga plan itself is a little weaker. Yeah, I could see that. Bug saga versus like something that's closer to ant. I could see something like that. Okay. Well, we did not draw a Veil of Summer, and we really didn't draw a particularly good hand. So their Orc Army token is going to grow into a near lethal threat. I was really hoping that this was going to convert the way I wanted it to, but that does not seem like the case here. I can play out a Wishclaw Talisman, imprinting the Beseech the Mirror to the Chrome Mox Opal. I have a land drop, and so I have 2 mana after the Wishclaw Talisman. That is not enough to do things. Unfortunately, yeah, we can't fetch. Not unless I'm winning this turn, and I don't think that I can win this turn. So I think that we're donezo for what it's worth. But these Wishclaw Talismans, if they were an imprintable card, I think that I would feel a little bit better, because then I would have 4 mana to Beseech the Mirror. As it stands, I don't know. I'll play it out. I don't know what I could draw. I doubt anything would do. But I will find out. Oh, I guess I'll play a land as well. I don't think that it's going to be important because I'm going to be deceased. I can't crack any of these, but I will play it out. Painter with Trinosphere turn 2. Oh, Newton. Yeah, that's kind of rough. So 15.0 is a little bit better at playing around hate like that. Having just Diabolic Tutor in your hand, 4 mana, tutor something, is pretty good. Okay. How about we go out on our own terms? That was unfortunate. Not the end of the world, though. I think that this is... I should have won game 1. I think that that's fairly apparent. And then losing this game, we should have been forcing a game 3. I think that my sideboarding was fine. We just kind of had a little bit of a rough echo. So... You know, Ben, that might be the case. We can take a look at that once I get queued up for this. So let's look at this deck list. If the Wishclaw Talismans are Infernal Tutors, that could be something. The other thing that's nice about the Wishclaw Talismans is they are instant speed Veil of Summer, Pact of Negation protection. You know, turn 2, you Wishclaw Talisman. Turn 3, you Beseech the Mirror and Gaia's Will and do all of this stuff. If your opponent has interaction and you cracked a Lion's Eye Diamond, that Wishclaw Talisman is 1 mana away from a protection spell. So I don't hate the idea of Wishclaw Talisman here, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so we are biggest of Dan, and we won the die roll. That's fantastic. Foil extended Beseech for $60. That's nice. And I also can bargain them sometimes. Yes. Okay, this is not gonna do it. I am 1 red mana away from a nice quick Empty the Warrens, but that's not gonna work. And this is also not gonna work. That's unfortunate. Okay, so this is a local friend of mine. His name is Dan, and He's letting me know that this is his MTGO username in chat, which is fantastic. I haven't actually ran into him online. I'm pretty excited about this one. Bargaining, yeah, I don't think that I will bargain Wishclaw Talisman a lot, but yeah, we'll just have to see. Okay, my cat's making a bunch of fuss about a door being closed and they went through it, so it's okay. Yeah, the same hand minus the empty, which was not great. I am going to keep this. 25 artifacts is a lot, Newton. Yes, I think that that's just fine for turning Mox Opal on and for bargainable permanents. Okay, I'm going to put back a Mox Opal and a Chrome Mox. I think that seems reasonable. And I'm going to Thoughtseize them. I don't know. They sometimes play Death and Taxes, sometimes they play Mono White Painter. This was Mono White Painter. So what I'm going to do is Cry because Wasteland. And let's see. Ingenious Smith is the one that gives them card advantage. Portable Hole is not really that much of a problem because I don't have to play out my zeros. The Grindstone is obviously a win condition, but they're a little further removed from that. Ingenious Smith digs them closer, but they need to find both. This is an interesting Thoughtseize. I think that I'm going to take either the Ingenious Smith or the Grindstone, and I actually think that it's going to be the Ingenious Smith. They are an Aethersworn Canonist deck, and I don't want them to find that. Karn destroys my day. Yes, absolutely. John, you know what? I will appreciate that if you subscribe regardless of if I beat him or not, but I do want to beat him. Especially on camera. It'd be fun. Okay, so yes, Wasteland. This makes sense. Cutting me off of the mana, and then I've got to really take a look at what's going to happen. Okay, fetch land, not bad. I don't have to lose to a top-decked Wasteland as well. And is this a Grindstone? It is. Okay. That's all good. Yeah, Euro, that Mono White Spice. Pretty good stuff. Vault of Whispers. So that turns Mox Opal on. I'm actually going to play out the Bayou because if I need to be concerned about Mox Opal Metalcraft, I don't want the Vault of Whispers to get wastelanded. I think that's reasonable. They did draw another land. Okay. That's unfortunate. They have 2 cards unknown. Oh. 1 mana, 1/1 toxic, can't block. Oh, it's essentially another mom, but kind of a clock as well. Yeah, okay, cool. Alrighty then. See what happens. Nothing is happening yet. I mean, I'll play the Vault of Whispers out, and we're just in the Beseech the Mirror waiting room. Pretty good waiting room, if you ask me, right? Beseech the Mirror automatically just winning the game right now is pretty cool. You know, that Monolith deck, that Karn Forge deck, pretty cool Storm deck. I'm not gonna lie. Like, obviously it has Karn the Great Creator, and it doesn't feel like a Storm deck. It's kind of a cool combo deck, right? I don't know. All the keys are rituals, all the monoliths are rituals. A lot of mana in that deck. And then just 4 mana payoffs. We're playing a 4 mana payoff today. Oh, yeah. Did it. Did the thing. They can mill me which is interesting. Okay. Yeah, so not all of them are mismatched. At least these are the same set, right? And then a cool one here. I don't know. You know, one art is not enough for some people. You want to make sure that you do have a bunch of really cool artwork. So let's beseech the Mox Opal. They're going to grindstone me. And they hit Veil Summer, Cabal Ritual. That's okay. I'm going to beseech again. And cast with Bargain. Bargain away the Lotus Petal. Typically what I'm going to do is I want to beseech as many times as possible. And the Lion's Eye Diamond. I don't need the mana. And then I even can beseech the Vault of Whispers. But I think I'm just going to get the Gaea as well. I'll leave one beseech in the deck. Cast this. And our opponent is probably deceased. We can play lands, eat your heart out, Past in Flames. It's not something that you can do. Okay, so I'm going to sack to cast the Cabal Ritual. This is going to make more mana than the Mox Opal being turned on, and I was about to lose Metalcraft because I played a land out like a silly person. I'm going to Thoughtseize them. Okay, they have an Ancient Den. They are, in fact, deceased. Bargain, and I can get this Tendrils of Agony and cast the Tendrils of Agony. That's pretty good. Okay. Heck yeah. I like that. We were able to slow them down a little bit. I don't know if this Ingenious Smith was going to find them something that was a problem, but it certainly could have. I know that they play Aethersworn Canonist, and we need to worry about that. So, Chain of Vapor, Echoing Truth. We have Dismembers too. Wow, we've got a lot of removal. Do we have too much removal? I don't know. I don't think that we need the Veil of Summers. I don't think that we need the Pact of Negations. This is going to be something that has permanent-based hate, not necessarily a mess of Mindbreak traps or things like that. Okay, 4 more cards. Empty the Warrens is fine. This is a no graveyard line. Let's see. Maybe we can get rid of the Baubles. Thoughtseizes seem pretty okay. But maybe I can shave on those. I don't know. Maybe some graveyard hate so I can go a little bit slower with the Cabal Rituals. I don't need all of those. I don't hate that. Yeah, I like all of the lands. I like all of the zeros. We can shave on the Baubles. That's fine. But yeah, Beseech, 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 Beseech. This is why you play multiple Beseeches. It can naturally progress, just like Infernal Tutor Chains in Ad Nauseam Tendrils. When you Tutor Chain, you can Tutor Chain Beseech, and it's free. All you need is another permanent to bargain. And you just increase your storm by 1 for each bargainable permanent that you have. And natural storm kills are not uncommon. I'm pretty happy with this sideboarding, I think. Yeah. Oh man, this is not gonna do it. I saw Beseech and Dark Ritual, which is just wombo combo center, right? But it's not going to work here. So we're going to mulligan. And we have that, but we have it so much better. I can put back this Wishclaw Talisman. I have a bargainable permanent. And this is This is going to be pretty okay. This is pretty close to a win already. So we'll see what happens. Soul Guide Lantern. Okay, that is going to be a permanent that I need to remove, but it's not a deafening silence. So, you know, small wins. Play the Polluted Delta. Now I'm going to have to check on their end step whether or not this is actually lethal. So this is 1, 2, 3, Gaia's Wills 4, Lion's Eye Diamonds 5, 6, 7, and then 8. So it's not lethal. Oh, I know. I love that achievement, Travis. That's my favorite thing to do in all of Magic. No cards in hand, no permanents on the battlefield, lethal tendrils on the stack. Esper Sentinel, that's okay. Grindstone, that's also okay. Alright, so this probably does it because I can Vault of Whispers. So let's just double check this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's all I need. So Dark Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond, Beseech the Mirror, Gaia's Will is 4 spells. And then Lion's Eye Diamond is 5, Dark Ritual is 6. Sorry, there's going to be another Beseech the Mirror in there somewhere, is 7. And then the Graveyard Beseech is 8. And then 9. Can I cast a Chain of Vapor in there somewhere? I cannot. Okay, so I'm actually still 1 short because I don't have 3 bargainable permanents. Okay. Well, that might do it. Next turn. If that's the case, do I want to play out the Wishclaw Talisman now? And then use Chain of Vapor on the following turn? Probably. Because Chain of Vapor can be used to increase Storm where possible. That's fine, they can draw another card. Soul Guide Lantern isn't necessary to win the game. We are still a Song of Creation deck, so what I can do is Dark Ritual into a Beseech, sacking the Vault of Whispers, get a Song of Creation, and use Lion's Eye Diamond to start going off. Okay, Portable Hole. Chain to break up their combo. Yeah, if they are comboing, but they don't have the requisite mana for that. That's kind of tough, though. Okay, was not seeing the Wasteland. Beseiju. Okay. That's something. So this is a Song of Creation, and I can play a Lion's Eye Diamond to draw 2 cards, and then that's it. They need to be zeros, or I can wait 1 turn and use Beseiju as a land drop and have a mana available. Oh wait, no, I still have a mana available because Beseiju can be my first or my second land drop. No, that's fine. I'm just going to pass the turn. They're not going to combo us out yet. They don't have the ability to play a Painter and have 3 mana. I don't think that they're playing Lion's Eye Diamond. But of course, this is when they tutor up Lion's Eye Diamond with Urza's Saga. Wait for it to happen. Crisis averted. Wasteland. Okay. They did have several Wastelands. Kind of tough. Okay, Oswald. This is their mono white version of not Grindstone, Goblin Welder. Or Goblin Engineer, more like. So, let's see. Can we navigate this? Vault of Whispers. Okay. So we are right back where we started. They have 2 cards in hand. Nothing has changed other than the fact that they have this to find a painter, but they have to sack the Sentinel, the Portable Hole, or the Soul Guide Lantern to do so, and it costs 1 to do, which means they won't have 3 mana to activate Grindstone. So I think I'm still just fine. Passing the turn. Underground Sea, for what it's worth, is our only blue source outside of Lotus Petal and Mox Opal. We only have 1 of each duel. And my opponent, he's talking about how many lands I'm running, and I was like, not enough. Apparently Wasteland is... I hope that they don't have any more Wastelands. We're going to find out, though. The chain is almost dead, but, I mean, we're playing Dismember for a reason. So that's because sometimes colors are constrained. Ingenious Smith. Okay. They played another land as well. Aethersworn Canonist. They don't have the mana for it yet. Oh, okay. I think we're getting a turn. Good stuff. This is not Hammer. This is just straight up Painter's Servant. Although I guess they could get Canonist here. Can they get Canonist? Yes, they can. They're getting Painter, though. Okay. It is time to go. Yes, Alex, exiting the building. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's not very often that I get to see Lion's Eye Diamond painted white. That's really cool. The other thing is the Orzhov Beseech the Mirror. Beseech the Mirror in Orzhov color frame that's pretty dope. Okay, I love Painter and seeing the colors that MTGO puts on the frames. That's excellent. That was an excellent draw as well. Okay, so we're going to nix the Soul Guide Lantern idea, and we're going to play Beseiju and Dark Ritual. This Dark Ritual is excellent because we can use the Swamp to cast it. So cast this. We got Song of Creation, which is 4 colors now. Gosh, okay. And we're gonna see what happens. I don't know if I've seen enough to know that our opponent kept their hand with Wasteland and Portable Hole and Soul Guide Lantern in there. I don't know. Okay, so I think I'm okay just Dark Ritualing for now. Okay, Lion's Eye Diamond is good, plus the Badlands is our land for turn. Yes, that's fine. Is this gonna be the time where we need to hold control? I think so. We're gonna hold control, cast this Lion's Eye Diamond. We're gonna sack for blue or red. Might as well be blue. Draw 2 cards. I hope they're good. Why paint it white? It doesn't really matter what they paint it, actually. As long as it's not black. I don't know. We already have red, yes. So I'm gonna hold priority and crack for red, though. Just... okay. This is a little desperate. Okay, that's not bad. We have 2 more cards that we can cast. Okay, there's another 2 cards. So we've got 4 more cards that we're going to see. And no to the Chrome Mox imprint. Here's the Dark Ritual. Okay, that's good. That's another 4 cards. I'm going to Thoughtseize them. Okay, we got this all rolled up, and we're playing around Mindbreak Trap. Okay, they had another Soul Guide Lantern. There's an Aethersworn Canonist. We can just Beseech the Mirror for Tendrils right now. We can bargain the Mox Opal because we... I mean, if we draw the Tendrils, that would be interesting, but we did not. And Tendrils of Agony. Orzhov, Tendrils of Agony. Interesting. This combo turn was a little bit funny. Okay, John, I'm looking out for you. We got there. We did get there. That was pretty fun. Okay. It was a funny combo turn. I think that there's a lot of things going on with this combo turn, but it did end up happening. Song of Creation was fantastic. One of the things that Beseech the Mirror struggles with at times is graveyard hate, and Song of Creation completely ignored it. We had Soul Guide Lantern that could have potentially been problematic over several turns if we had the Gaia's Will line as our only out, but Song of Creation being that tutor target, I don't know. I think it felt pretty okay. So, yeah, definitely plays around Surgical nicely. Put that one on the board. We are 1-1. Dan, hey, everybody, give it a round of applause to our awesome opponent, Dan. Yeah, if you had Oswald into a Canonist, you would have been much better off. But thankfully, the good guys won, as they say, right? So we're going to queue up into round number 3, and we're going to tell you a little bit about an awesome sponsor of the channel, Card Hoarder. If you want to rent cards and play against anybody in the world online, then Card Hoarder is the way to go. Let me tell you a little bit about it.
With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/decklist.
Alrighty. So we did win the die roll for round number 3. And we are going to play first. We have our 2 tutor targets in hand. This Chrome Mox would be ridiculous. I don't think I have very often imprinted a 3 mana spell under Chrome Mox. I imprint 2 mana spells rarely enough. But this is not going to be a keepable hand. This, however, will be a very keepable hand. So let's keep this, and I think that this is just a turn 1. A protected turn 1, because we can use the Wishclaw Talisman and the Lion's Eye Diamond to get a Beseech, and Beseech the Volta Whispers away. If we put back the Mishra's Bauble I'm putting back the bauble anyway, and then we're going to count this out. Yeah, substitute for Gaia's Will for the Epic Storm might be a thing. We're playing around with certain ideas that kind of go along with that. It's not going to be Song of Creation yet, but we'll see. A little teaser for you. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. No, this is actually not. So let's just Thoughtseize. I could echo if I really wanted to, but I don't. If I really feel the need to, I can echo if our opponent's hand, once the Thoughtseize is revealed. Oh. Force of Will pitching a Brazen Borrower. I'm assuming that this is a fair deck. Wheel of Fate. That's a spicy one. Okay. Thoughtseize being forced. Okay, that happens. I'm just wondering if we, I don't know, power things out a bit. I think not. I would like to see what our opponent is doing, and I think that with the Brazen Borrower there, this is either something like a Delver deck or a Cascade Rhinos deck. We'll have to see. This chat is the dark side. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's the good guys, but it's the dark side. Don't get it twisted. We're the dark side, but we are good. Oh. No play from our opponent. Okay, no play. What does that mean? Does that mean that they're gonna open up a can of rhinos at the end of my turn with like spirit guides and things like that? I don't know. I'm going to get a Badlands. I'm going to just play out this Wishlet Talisman. I don't want to commit. Okay, Force of Negation, pitching Force of Negation. My vote is on Rhinos. I think that that's what this is going to be. Okay, no land from our opponent. Chrome Mux, I'm going to just pass. Now we're just in the waiting game. This is what people refer to as garbage time. Well, garbage time is typically kind of thought where like one person is very clearly winning and then the second person is just playing still. It's an exercise in futility, but this is not the case. We're just twiddling our thumbs, I suppose. Something tells me that this is a violent outburst. It's a Lorien revealed. Okay. Still could be Rhinos. I mean, that's still my vote. Like, 2 Force of Negations, no lands. I think that's a pretty reasonable take. And we've got a lot of mana. Okay. I'm ready to draw into an Empty the Warrens. Or... okay. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Okay. This is actually really helpful. Because they revealed that there's 1, 2, 3 forces that are not in their hand. Now, obviously, they could draw another, or they can draw one of these, but that is potentially promising news. So that they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 forces down. So it's unlikely that they've got another set. Oof. Okay. I would like to draw something, you know? Do they have... Okay. That's good. Yeah, the Creative Technique deck is an option when it comes to a Cascade deck. This Tempo Rhinos deck feels a lot like Vintage with kind of the Pitch Bazaar, the Squee Hollowvine. Okay, well, we gotta go. It's time to go. Whether this is going to get there or not is anybody's guess. This is lethal, for what it's worth. Just throwing it out there. This pause does not bode well, I believe. Oh, huh, it bodes very well. Okay. Wow. I don't know why they chose to counter that, but they did, and they're dead because of it. Yeah, Natural Storm. That was a very aggressive line. Okay, and then this is 8. And I am going to go one more. Just in case. Okay. Hey Oliver, thanks for the club. You get a membership card at some point. I'll make sure to print those out and give them to you. Yeah, I mean, we were going to for Desire Goffman, but they definitely thought that was a choke point of let me get them off of 4 mana, which, okay, fair enough. I don't know. Fire Eyes. Ooh, you know, you are correct. Forgot that that's a card that I need to care about. Okay, speaking of cards that I care about, Veil of Summer. I think Pact of Negation and Duress. They're so force heavy. Yeah. Okay. And then I don't think that Empty the Warrens. Oh, they're an endurance deck. They're in an endurance deck. I think that we don't need the baubles. We don't need to go that slowly. Beseech is super versatile. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's see what else we can do. We cut a couple of Cabal rituals. And then what do I do here? It is the coolest tutor. I think, okay, so I don't know what the 5th cut is. I'm cutting something for what it's worth. Just, there is a worst card in the deck and it needs to be removed. I'm just not sure what it is. Restoration Jesus or Jesus. I don't know. However you pronounce it. welcome to chat. Okay, I've got to make a decision, and I think that it might be the Thoughtseize because that's life damaging and they are fairly aggressive, whereas Duress hits almost everything that I want anyway. Kyle, I really am liking this deck too. It's a lot of fun. I am not muted, Alex. Testing? Yeah, I got everything going on here. Okay, yeah, not muted. That's good. Good. I am... Oh boy, I'm 2 mana away from a Beseech the Mirror with protection, and they kept with 7. I think I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep this. Hey, thanks, Prof. Professor Francisco. I'm gonna call you Prof. I don't know, I call all professors Prof. They have suspended a Crashing Footfalls. Okay, they think that their handful of counter magic is... Ooh, okay, well, that wasn't super great. They think their handful of counter magic is going to get to the point where they have Crashing Footfalls for lethal. Oh, we've got a friend here. And he's gone. Okay. That's too bad. Now, they could also be doing something like Blood Moon. Sometimes this deck plays Blood Moon. But nope, they've got just another Cascader. So they've got a can of Rhinos on the way and one right now. They ordered food to go, and it was taking too long, so they went to go grab some McDonald's, and then the Chinese takeout is going to be delivered in like 20 minutes. That's what just happened on my opponent's side of the game. Okay. 1 ritual seals the deal. Well, you know what you asked for, Newton? We got it. So this is gonna be good. They have 3 cards in hand. I can beat 1 pitch, so we're good to go. Well, I'm glad that you're watching and you're enjoying yourself. That's pretty awesome to hear. Okay, we're gonna bargain away both Lion's Eye Diamonds. Yeah, the Beseech is fantastic. Oh, by the way, y'all are awesome. You okay, well, Force of Negation, go bye-bye. And now we can hold control with this guy as well. Cast it. Sack for black. Okay. Yeah, by the way, we got the memberships for our next emote, our YouTube emote. So Beseech the Mirror is here, and it's here to stay, and it's just super awesome. Okay, that was clean. That was really, really clean. I have been thinking about Pact of Negation with Beseech a little bit more recently, and man, that felt really good. It's not quite, I don't know if it's quite as good as Veil is, like for the Epic Storm or something like that, because we pass the turn quite a bit more than something like this would. But, oh man, I gotta think about that. Okay, we are 2-1. We have not gone to a single game 3 yet. And I'm going to tell you how you can become a YouTube member and support the content that you're watching right now. Obviously, we just got a new Beseech emoji that all of our members can have and spew out in chat as much as they want. But let me tell you a few of the other perks that you get by becoming a member.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, early access to videos, exclusive members-only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, like theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic.
It is not quite time to combo, but that's just fine. So, Restoration, Jesus, can I cast Beseech after activating LED? No, so the wording on LED is really strange, but you can't use it, we're here for round 4, but you can't use LED to cast a card in your hand. It doesn't quite work like that anymore. So you have to figure it out another way. Won the die roll. I would like to play first. Okay. This is interesting. If this had even a single land, I would snap this off. As it stands, I've got... hey, John, you did it. You followed through. That's pretty exciting. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate that. But I think that even though your membership harkens and warms my heart, it's not enough to keep this hand. I'm going to mulligan this. And this is almost the exact same hand, but better. So I'm going to keep this. I'm going to bottom the... Oh, man. I think it's going to be the Bayou. And I got to count if this is a protected turn 1. So, Vault of Whispers, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got the... this is an echo at least. I don't think that I'm going to echo. What I am gonna do is our opponent F6'd, so I'm gonna kind of get that talisman out. It's not obvious how to join from the mobile app. Ah, that's really unfortunate. I have also come across that problem, John. Oh, City of Traders, no. Oh, no. You know what really sucks on this board? Oliver, are you in chat? Oliver, did you bring this in chat? Is this getting... Am I getting turn 1 Karn? Okay, it's the One Ring. That's fine. I can deal with that. No, Newton. It's not Karn. It's not Karn. We lucked out. Wow. Yeah, okay. They're really doing their thing. Okay, so obviously we don't have a way to win through the One Ring protection. And I don't want to echo and give my opponent a Wishclaw Talisman or a pair of Wishclaw Talismans, knowing that I have to pass the turn. So, yeah, they are going to draw. Like, they've got a Voltaic Key and an active ring. Like, this is going to be disgusting. I don't think that I can do anything about it, though. So I'm going to make this board state as lethal as I possibly can, pass the turn, and probably die. Karn the Great Piece of Trash. Yeah, I need to make sure that that's in subtitles so it actually capitalizes every single word like it's a proper noun. So I guess it's going to be over here. Karn the Great Piece of Trash. That should pop up in subtitles in a couple of days when I get to it. Okay. They have drawn 2 cards. They have 6 cards. They can use their Mox Opal to untap with a Voltaic Key and draw 3 cards and go up to 9 cards. Okay, now they've got plenty of mana. Crystal Vein. And they've sacked it already. Oh boy, they've got a bunch of mana instead of cards. They've got everything that they want. That's terrifying. If they were trying to draw a card... Oh. Yeah, okay. Okay. Paradox Engine. Who was the EDH player that was talking about Pact of Negation a little while ago? Yeah, I saw the chat and I didn't respond, and now, well, you know what? This is EDH at its finest. Newton, that was you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna concede. We're done here. Oliver, you showed up in chat and brought this on us. Okay. How are you happy with yourself? How are you happy? That was disgusting. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Veil of Summer, not worth it. Pact of Negation, not worth it. Empty the Warrens, not worth it. I get that is both a way around the ring and ring around the rosies. And what were we saying about the Goffman? Oh my gosh, that's so rude. Don't call me out like that. Okay, it's a way around the ring and it's a way around graveyard hate, but I don't want to pass the turn. So we're not going to do that. I need 4 more cards cut. Man, these Mishra's Baubles. I don't know. And I think that I can cut 1 of each Mox. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Let's do 1 of each Mox, both Mishra's Baubles, and the rest. Yeah. Oh, I know. I was just in awe of the splendor of Paradox Engine. Like it's the Storm Mirror, just really bad. Okay, this should be good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, Lion's Eye Diamond. This is a turn 2 kill, probably. Never mind. Okay, so I don't have a bargainable permanent other than the Lion's Eye Diamond, so I can't Song of Creation and cast the Lion's Eye Diamond. It just kind of stinks. Okay, we've got 3 mana. We've got 4 mana. Mismatched Lotus Petals. Get the heck out of here. What are you doing with your life? They're not that much different in price or anything else. Is this Karn? Is this just Karn? Okay, it's the One Ring. That's fine. I wasn't planning on killing you next turn anyway. You already saw that. So we're gonna see about what happens next. 3 cards in hand. Yeah, Baubles don't do enough. Should be artifacts. Bargain with that. Yeah, I didn't make this deck. This was just a I think it top 16'd the Legacy Challenge recently. I can bargain a wish. So, oh, that was a little rough. What I'm gonna do is I am gonna cast the Wishclaw Talisman, and then I'm gonna get the Bayou or well, okay. Bayou has fewer permanent hate removal spells. It has like just the channeled Besejus, and then Underground Sea has 2 Chain of Vapors and an Echoing Truth. I'm gonna get the Underground Sea. So there's 1 extra card that the Underground Sea can deal with. Embrace volatility. We are embracing volatility here tonight. And our opponent, 5 cards in hand. has been quite volatile. Oh, okay, they're slowing down a bit. That was good too. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna just go for a Beseech. Embrace clickability. Yeah, I know. It's not gonna happen, Sir Noble. We got royalty in chat, something like that. I think that's what I've said before. Okay, I'm just gonna make sure that I have mana for all of this. Kind of stinks. Bargain this permanent away. Song of Creation. So part of the problem here is if I don't win right now, this Tendrils is going into the graveyard. And oh boy, okay, that was good because I can play another land. I need another mana here. Okay. Gaia's Will imprints to the Chrome Mox. Yeah, we did it. We did it. Okay. Oh boy, that was a little touch and go. I was quite worried about that, to be honest, but we got there. It was totally fine. We never didn't have it. Now we can beat double Mind Break Trap. Okay. Yeah, I know. I couldn't do any of that. Nope. Okay. We're gonna keep going. Just a little stunting. Just a little. Okay. Cool. Let's end it. That was pretty fun. Yeah, if Beseech had flat, it was an instant. That would be pretty nice. Okay. Begin sideboarding. Was there? I was gonna say something. I don't remember what I was gonna say, but it might have had to do with something about drawing the tendrils but yeah, that was a very nice rip. That song really needed to happen. The land was perfect. And then all of the cards from it. Do I want to change anything? No. I think that it's just going to have to be, I can chain a vapor or echoing truth a ley line if I need to go through the graveyard. So that's just going to be how it goes. Yeah, the Song of Creation, there's just one. You only need one. And it really has looked good here. We've had two instances where we went for Song as opposed to Gaia's Will, and in both cases, Gaia's Will would not have won the game due to graveyard hate, and Song of Creation just got there. I don't know if you need it in the main deck, though. Maybe it's just an automatic, I'm boarding in Song of Creation to play around any kind of graveyard hate. Maybe Song of Creation needs to exist in the sideboard. I don't know about that, but maybe it's something to consider. I'm gonna mulligan this. I'm going to keep this, and the nice thing about the London mulligan, man, I love this mulligan so much. Song of Creation is never going to be drawn, not unless I want it in play. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thoughtseize. Beseech. Okay, hold up. It is better. Well, actually, no, it's probably not. I've suspended Gaia's Will several times, and it's won me the game. Suspending it is just like suspending Crashing Footfalls, right? Where it's definitely off target, but it can get there. Okay, we got a lot of mana. Are we gonna survive to next turn? And they didn't have Leyline for what it's worth. Okay, they got 4 mana. Mystic Forge. That's the least of my worries when it comes to a 4 mana artifact. That's fine. They are hellbent. Okay. Oh. You're kidding me. Oh, that sucks. Okay. What can I do? So their Mystic Forge has to be really good. I can suspend this guy as well. Yeah, we really did summon it to the top, huh? Yeah, Jay, every single time. Okay. Hey, Mike, where are you with your sick rips comment? Okay, we're going to play this, and we're going to... I'm going to suspend the guy as well. I don't know. I don't think the game is going to last that long, but we're gonna see what this Mystic Forge does. They have the option of using Voltaic Key either with the Mystic Forge or with the key, not both. So... Or they just had a Karn the Great Creator on top of their deck. Yeah. Okay. If I draw... Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Karn the Great Creator. Karn the Great Piece of Trash. It's right there. It's on subtitles right there. You can see it. Okay, we're playing for a positive record. That was a little unfortunate. We drew our worst card, and they drew their best card. So yeah, we had to go for Beseech turn 1, I guess so, but we drew the Gaea's Will, so we would have had a Song of Creation and hope for one pair of draws to win the game. And I thought maybe I could do that the following turn. That turned out to not be the case. Okay, so let's queue up for our last match of the league. And
Moxfield.com is the...
Oof, excuse me. Hit the button a little too quickly. So let me tell you how you can engage in the content that you're watching now by doing all of the YouTube things, liking, commenting, subscribing, and things like that. So I'll be right back.
If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us.
Alrighty, we just got paired into our final round against Salamander Slim. Pretty cool name. All right. They chose to play first. Shocking. And... okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3. So this is not a win because I don't have 4 mana on the flip side, but it is a win on turn 2 regardless of what I draw, because this Polluted Delta can be played from the graveyard with Gaea's Will. So, yeah, some Salamander Brews here. That'd be fun. There's a bear cub. Okay. You know, we could draw something. I forgot we were on the draw. So, Caracas, a Mox Diamond. Oh no, is this Sphere of Resistance lands? No, it's Life from the Loam. Okay, okay, cool. This could be Goblin's turn 1, but I'm not doing that against lands. Not against the Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale. Because of that draw, that doesn't really do anything because I would need an imprint for the Chrome Mox to actually get the requisite mana. So we're good. We're gonna win next turn. I know, Caracas. Blast Zone. Okay, not planning on any of that. They chose to not do anything. Okay, well, Thoughtseize was perfect because it's an imprintable, but we don't need an imprintable. So let's count this up again. 1, 2, 3 imprint chroma or Veil of Summer. 4, 5, 6. Beseech, sack. Beseech. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is legal. And I can Thoughtseize on the way out if they have some kind of crop rotation Bajuka Bog thing. Okay, that's fine. Just wanted to make sure that we could beat Bajuka Bog before committing to this line because, you know, they're holding up green mana. I didn't want to get caught with my pants down. Again, not getting paid for that. Beseech. Yeah, okay, cool. They knew what was happening. Excellent. Turn 2 win against lands. Not bad. And against lands, I want Chain of Vapors, Echoing Truths, and Besejus. They're going to have Sphere of Resistances and things like that. I don't think that I'm going to be playing against... I can beat Graveyard Hate with Song of Creation, so I'm not going to leave the Pact of Negations in for crop rotation. I think that just playing around that as opposed to anything else is going to be just fine. The Empty the Warrens is also going to go. This is actually a fairly clean... Oh, also crop rotation can be gotten by Thoughtseize, so it's fine. It's a fairly clean board plan against lands, I think. I like that. I don't know if I've been boarding like the creator of the deck, the singer, I guess, because it's Songs of Creation. Who knows? Okay, bad joke. I don't know what their game plan was for sideboarding against popular matchups or anything like that, but yeah. I'm going to keep this one. The Songwriter, yes. Deck creator, songwriter, same thing. Exploration and Beseiju. Okay. Got a Beseiju of our own. How do you like them apples? I like mine better. The art is cool here, but man, that's just such an imposing tree in the middle of Kamigawa. The Bard, Travis, I like that. Okay, good stuff. Wasteland. Wasteland? Wow, that's hateful. I've got a basic, so that's not that bad. But yeah, Adnaz really has been put to the wayside, which is just so strange to see. Can we get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I feel like there's a 9 mana line there somewhere, right? I guess it would be 6 mana after Wishclaw Talisman. I could hard cast an Echo of Eons, but that doesn't seem like a great idea. I could Echo with 3 mana floating. They obviously are keeping their hand off of something. Natural storm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start casting some spells, and we're going to figure out what happens. I'm going to do it off of the basic swamp. So I fetched my bayou. Actually, the person who had the top 16 finish, their MTGO username was Screenwriter New York. Screenwriter NY. And I don't know, pretty close. Hey, Alan, how's it going? Okay. This also could be a Mindbreak trap. I don't think Lands is playing Mindbreak trap, though. I think I'm okay with an Echo here. I could Beseech 5. Beseech is 6. Second Beseech is 7. So it's 6, bargain the Lotus Petal. 7, bargain the Lotus Petal. 8. It's not enough Storm. I'm gonna just Echo here. Echo with 3 floating does not feel bad. Oh, wait a second. Should I consider channeling the Beseech? It is not the same as Gaia's Will. Gaia's Will can be got by Graveyard Hate, whereas our opponent doesn't have priority to do with anything with the Echo. Zabetche. Without being under any pressure and having a Beseech, you know... Yeah, and they're paying costs. Maybe this was just a mistake. I kind of read them for Force of Vigor. Crop rotation. Okay. Every non-blue deck is rocking MVP because of Thraben. Yeah, it may be. Ooh, Dark Depths. That's what they went with. Okay. Well, is this just they're dead? I think this is just they're dead. 4, 5, 6, 7. This is just they're dead. I don't know if this was the right line, but it did get us where we wanted to go. Hopefully. Yeah, combo decks with green, but like there are not very many combo decks with green, and Storm is maybe 2% of the meta right now. Sorry. 2% of the non-league meta. Storm is very popular in leagues right now because we're all trying to figure out what the best Beseech deck is. Oh, sweet. Put it in the bag. We got ourselves a positive record. Could have been a little bit better, right? I think that we could have forced a decider in our first match against, what were we playing? I don't know, some fair deck. Grixis Delver. And we could have forced a decider there, and then we could have played into a kind of risky Song of Creation line against that Karn Forge deck in match 4. So we found ways that we could make our matches better, and I think that that's better than just winning straight up. So I think that that's pretty okay. 3-2 is not bad, not great, but the lessons that we learned along the way are the real winning, or something like that. I don't know. I like winning. So let's take this treasure chest. Let's open it up, see what we got. And last treasure chest I opened up of Beseech the Mirror, but this has a Konda Lord of Iganjo, pretty cool, and an Alayla Cunning Conqueror. Okay. That's kind of a cool commander, and 5 play points. Yeah, it was not a very good chest, but this was a pretty good deck. I like Beseech the Mirror. Fantastic card. Obviously, I think that this is one of the best things to be doing in Storm. This is replacing Ad Nauseam. This is replacing Past in Flames with Gaea's Will. This is not even giving Paradise Lost a chance to shine, because they were released on Magic Online the same day. Paradise Lost could have had some time in the sun if it was released earlier. Since it was released the same day, nobody cares about it, which is a little too unfortunate, because I was excited about that. Song of Creation was an interesting card to be playing as an out to graveyard hate. I think what needs to happen is it needs to be right there. It needs to be in the sideboard, and it needs to always come in sideboard games. I say always, unless you can think of a deck that just will not have graveyard hate. Doomsday, right? Or the Mirror, or some combo decks that are just not going to have graveyard hate. You don't need to bring Song of Creation in. You can use the Gaea's Will as your primary engine. So I think that Song of Creation is best in the sideboard, but man, testing it out on the main board gave us some outs to some things early on and more of an opportunity to play the card. Really, really cool. Empty the Warrens also gives you an out to graveyard hate, right? You can beseech into beseech into beseech into an army of 14 to 16 goblins, and that's pretty good too. Konda was the first creature printed with Vigilance. That's pretty cool. Okay. Sir Mike Noble coming in with that hot tech, that news that you can't live without. First creature printed with Vigilance. The other thing was the Pact of Negation. Pact of Negation actually felt really pretty cool. It won us the game once, where Veil of Summer would not, because we didn't have the mana. This is a mono black deck that is splashing green and splashing red and then splashing blue. So it's very technically 4-color, but it is a mono black deck at its core, which is why we're playing 4 Vault of Whispers, right? We are not playing anything other than the basic swamp and 4 Vault of Whispers. We don't need our lands to cast anything because we have our artifacts to do that. I don't know, that might be stretching the colored mana sources in the deck a little thin. I don't know, but I did like the idea of bringing Besages in. They also are just extra land drops. And we made that once in a game, and it won the game because we had Beseju when our lovely opponent was wastelanding us to death in the Painter Servant matchup. So, no grade out to the One Ring, that's true, but I think that that's just fine. Okay, so I'm going to wrap everything up like that. I don't think that I have anything else to say. I've just been rambling for the past couple of minutes because I like this deck and I don't want the league to end. So I'm going to go play another league after this is done, but I will catch you around on Thursday next week. Make sure to vote for the stream that you want, the deck that you want me to play on stream rather, Thursday mornings in the YouTube community channel, and I will be your puppet. I will play what you want as long as it's one of the 4 decks on the league. So I will catch you all around. I hope that each and every one of you have a fantastic evening. Bye.